Right, today is Friday, the 29th of January 2021 at 11 o'clock in the morning, lunchtime, and this is a quick, well, it's not quick, it's a drive through Edinburgh city centre during the pandemic, during lockdown number either 2 or 3, however you count it. Looking at just how the place is looking, how quiet it is, what's actually open, what's closed, and just having a little idea of what it was like during the pandemic. So we're in lockdown again, so we're in tier 4, the highest tier we can be in. You're not allowed to fly anywhere, there's no gyms open, there's no bars open, there's no I think restaurants aren't open. They're allowed to do maybe some takeaways. Only essential services are allowed to be open. The tourist industry, there is none just now. That big hotel over to the right looks like it's getting a good bit of work there, but even the workmen have to socially distance. As you can see them, one on each floor, not too many together at the same time. This whole street, so they've been doing quite a lot of roadworks here to add in cycle paths. If you see on the left, we've got a bollard breaking up a cycle path, but there's also now a walking path for tourists to walk, or people to walk along, because if we're near a 2-meter distance, we're having to expand the width of the pavements as well, something which has never been kind of really done before, because this was like a 2-lane road and now it's really just a single lane each way. Normally lots of people going up to the Scottish Museum there, Museum of Scotland, and that's just quiet. This is kind of the tourist central area here. Again, February, there'd be lots of people, students, schools. The schools are closed as well, so there's no kids going out for their snack break just now, or their lunches in an hour or so. On the right here, there's a little bit of a street where there's like your Subway, your Greggs, your sandwich shops and stuff, and they'd be pretty busy with kids after school going along to that. So I'm just seeing right to my right, there's a place called Bobby's that does takeaway, obviously. But all the chairs are turned upside down. The student area, so Edinburgh University in front of us here, a popular place called Bristow Square where the Students' Union is. And let's just see if we can see anybody here. Is there a single person here at all? Nope. Nope, not a single person. So that's that building to the left there, that's where they do their graduation ceremonies, up there. And the roads are quiet. Normally impossible to get a parking space anywhere here as well. Some buskers usually down on the left trying to get some money from people. On the right we've got a big school. It looks like there's quite a few cars in the school, so I think the teachers are maybe working from school doing Zoom classes or Teams, Microsoft Teams, but no, and they may be still having school places for parents or children of essential workers. So if you're a doctor or a nurse, you can still send your kids to school because you're deemed essential, and therefore only you guys are able to do it. But if you're your average, I don't know, lawyer or accountant, then nope. Tough cake. You need to have all the kids working or doing their school work from home. On the left we've got the Lorison building, part of the NHS. Normally you go and give blood in there. It's also like the hospital for a bunch of different things. Usually that's filled with taxis in there, picking people up, dropping off. So even maybe if there's less people ill or something, it's usually still busy with taxis going on. And again, this is the middle of the day on a Friday. It's not a weekend, it's not Sunday. It's a little bit busier than what I thought it was going to be, actually. It's not quite. On the right there, that's the Edinburgh University Art School. Again, lots of students would have been at that, but nobody there just now. Then coming down here, so there's still quite a few cars on the road. It's not. During the first lockdown, I thought the roads were far more quiet. So there's either more people are able to be busy or have work or something, but the roads aren't as quiet before. Like before, I was cycling all the way into the city centre and barely see a single car. Now it is a little bit busier than expected, but certainly no tourists, no schools, and a lot of the businesses closed down. So here we're coming up to, this is Toll Cross, this junction here, which is a bit of a tricky one to get through, and then we'll be going down onto Lothian Road in a second. Okay, so Lothian Road, you can see they've now added the cycle paths on the left. Some of the bollards looking slightly dangerously placed. Yeah, really dangerously placed there. So there's a walking path and cycle path, and then there's bollards just at odd angles, which may be fine in good sunlight, or not even in good sunlight, maybe if the sun's too low. That just seems a bit dangerous. Doesn't seem the most user-friendly for cyclists, which may be having to close their eyes for wind or rain or glare from the sun, and then it just stops and then you're back onto the road again. So there's obviously still quite a lot of work to figure out how to get cyclists and pedestrians on the road, as well as cars and space for like trucks and lorries to drop off all their equipment and stuff like that. Running shops to the left, that's obviously closed. Restaurants closed. Bread meets bread, that kind of looks open, maybe that's doing takeaways. Down here you've got your Usher Hall, obviously no theatre stuff going on, no musicals, no plays or anything like that. Shakespeare's pub to the right, that's been around for a long time, that's been closed for quite a while. The banks are still working, but from the people that I know that work in the financial industry, it's 90% of them are all working from home. They've managed to get all the laptops set up for everyone to be able to log in remotely from home, and the offices are just effectively derelict just now. Maybe like a skeleton crew, a tiny minority of people actually in the office going on there. Okay, so once we come down here, we come onto Princess Street. So we take a right here, it's the only option to go along here. Right in front of us, that was a Fraser's shop, that's been closed now. Is McDonald's allowed to open? So this is Princess Street, that takes you all the way along. You can play this can drive along this road in a few driving games. Project Gotham Racing, is it Project Gotham Racing? Forza Horizon 4, you can drive along that road there. Got Edinburgh Castle up to the right. As well, but yeah, this is like the main shopping street kind of thing. So normally crowds crossing this this little junction here to my left that we're about to go along. Normally you hear people peeping their horns because there's random people just walking out into the middle of the road and not realizing it's a road and cars are coming around. But there, not a single person crossed the road on a Friday. So yeah, it definitely seems there's more cars than there are people on the road, or anywhere really just now. Again, with the lack of people, you think they might do a little bit more, oh my goodness, a little bit more roadworks. the condition of Edinburgh roads here, quite bumpy. A lot of potholes. Not the best. This road as well, also quite a lot of the roads in Edinburgh are now restricted to 20 miles an hour. So everything's a lot slower, which was great when you're trying to avoid pedestrians and you didn't want to run anyone over, but just now it just seems painfully slow when the roads are so quiet, and you know, there's not very many people walking or crossing the road. So this is Queen Street along here. And again, normally this is, was it tailback traffic all the way, jammed traffic, just barely able to move because there are people having to move up to the roads to the left to the right, and it just gets jammed here all the time. Access to Queen Street Gardens, east, follow diversion. Right, I'm going to follow diversion down this way. But yeah, so there you go, that's a little bit of what Edinburgh's looking like on February the 29th, Friday, 11 o'clock. Bit of roadworks, bit of quiet streets. There you go.